right, and welcome back to, of course, this edition of Say What. I know this is a topic that we've been waiting for. Of course, throughout the day, I've been putting it on my social media, just looking for, your reactions, your comments about our topic tonight. And just to start us off, let's have the question of the day, because I'd want to hear your thoughts as we continue. And there you have it on your screens. We're asking you, why are there double standards by society when it comes to how domestic violence is actually handled between men and women? That is our question of the day. Are there double standards with regard to how domestic violence is handled between men and women? We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Please talk to us. Please talk to us on our WhatsApp number, as there you have it on your screen. And of course, we'll be putting out your comments as we proceed with the show tonight. All right, and so like I mentioned, tonight we have a power panel kama kawaida. We have Pastor Sue, Salimiana.
I want to say hi to every one of us. Thank you so much for TV47 for giving us an opportunity to always come every Saturday on Say What, just to share some insight, knowledge, and understanding concerning our social life, relationship. And I'm so glad to our host, our queen, Betty Chalo. You've been the best.
Well,
thank you so much for this opportunity. We don't take it for granted.
Thank you.
And also with the best psychologist, Becky.
I know.
I tell you, a very wise woman.
Becky Guitar is also in the building. Becky, it's been long. Salimia, say hi to our audience. They've missed you, I'm sure.
Hello, everyone. And I'm happy to be here to share a platform with you.
Yeah, you two women are like powerhouses.
She is a powerhouse.
You're Noma in your own way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think there is a space for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see you.
Thank you.
You're such an amazing, like I told you, you are so energetic.
Energy.
Oh my God. Energy
Well,
is
thank you
on another level.
Wonderful.
That is really sweet. Thank you so much. I'll give you a hug and I'll give it to you later. So, ladies, we have a very sensitive topic to handle tonight.
Yes.
I'm sure you've been seeing the ongoings on social media. And I think, Pastor Sue, we were together during Valentine's. Becky, I don't know if we did that show with you, whereby there was a gentleman who was burnt by hot water by the girlfriend.
By the girlfriend.
Valentine's,
Yes.
And she actually even withdrew money from their account.
Thank you. We were together,
show.
yes.
And so, people on social media this week have been drawing the comparisons between that case that maybe got a bit of, attention online, but now there's this other case about the lady who got an acid attack, Marie Claire, and everybody has gone wild. So the first question, let me start with you, Becky. Do you just believe that there are double standards with the way we handle both, sexes when it comes to domestic violence?
Of course, there is.
There is.
When it comes to gender-based violence, we give more attention to the woman. We profile. We scream.
Yeah.
We call for press conference. We do everything.
Yes, there's feed that everybody
the country can even go on a standstill. But when it comes to the male gender, we go silent. We give excuses. Why, he's a man and all that. And it goes subtle, it's quiet.
Yeah.
Vis-a-vis for, even now, I haven't seen people talking about it.
Yeah, about the guy I was referring to.
Yes.
Not as much as this. As
but
this
look
lady.
at the lady.
Yes.
And I'm not here to diminish what women go through during gender-based violence. They go through a lot. But still, men are going through a lot. Okay. But there is double standard on when it comes to how we handle these cases. Even reporting. For the last 13 years, I've been working in Gender Violence Recovery Center. And when we try to get statistics for men, they're very down. But statistics for women, because men hardly report. Because there are no good clear mechanism for them to report. And when they go to report, looks like you're losing your manhood.
Yeah.
So why should you report?
Yes.
Why are you a crybaby?
Weak.
Why can't you handle it?
Yes.
And so of course, there's double
There's double standards.
Yeah.
Pastor Sui, in your own capacity, do you feel like there are double standards?
Yeah, there are double standards. I would agree with Becky 100% in the sense that I think because the man looks like he's the one who is supposed to protect the woman, and the woman looks vulnerable in the sense that we are able to express our feelings more easier than men. I think we don't so much, shout for men. And because of that, there are so many men who are really suffering and they are in depression. Some have even been even sexually, assaulted by their wives. And they are quiet because, as Becky has said, the man seems to be like, when you attacked, be strong. It's normal.
Yeah,
it's like it's normal.
Yeah.
And even when a man goes to report, he's also harassed by other men. So I think we have been so much on the woman's side, though the woman also has disadvantage in the sense that the man has more strength than a woman in the physical. A woman, we are actually strong inside because a woman can have many words to speak to a man when you are angry, when you are upset, but the man may be physical more than a woman.
Yes.
And so you find gender-based violence is more to the woman because the woman speaks out. The man does not speak out, and especially when you have a woman who is abusive. I have seen men, even when I'm working in the hospital, who come with knives. Like another one had been stamped so many times. And I was asking him, why are you quiet? And where do I go to report this? And I'm like, oh, you will die.
Yes,
because how do we keep on suturing you? You don't report to the police. This woman knows what she does. And she keeps on telling you, I'll kill you one day. So such words, when you hear someone telling you, one day I'll beat you, one day I'll nitakuchoma, one day I'll do this, that person will one day do it. And that's how a violence begins. It begins by speaking forth. They begin to speak forth because the mind has already started forming, forming those imaginations, and after that they'll be actualized. There are men also, or even ladies, and that's something very sad, especially if you are dating a man or you are in a relationship and you find a man who bangs the door, kicks things when he's annoyed. That's a red sign to tell you, even a woman, is a sign that this woman is violent. People who talk when they are red flags to tell you, no, this person psychologically is affected because it is a mental illness. Actually, it's a mental illness, but unfortunately, anything mental is not seen physically. You can only see it in words and in action, and more so in action. And so it's very sad for what has happened, and to the girl who was also burnt, and also to the boy. But unfortunately, there is double standards.
There's double standards.
I agree 100%.
And maybe to add on that, some of the double standards where they are coming, they are coming from the traditional masculinity.
Thank you.
You see, in the traditional masculinity, there are norms that guide the man.
Yes.
The man is in control. So how can a man be abused? And a man should suffer and enjoy suffering silently. That's a traditional masculinity. And the third one, a man should not show emotions.
Yes.
So when you show emotions, you're not a man enough.
Man enough. You're a weak man.
You are a weak man. And so what happens now, this man keeps those emotions inside and feeling. One day, this man will burst out. One day, this man will do things that you cannot imagine. But you see, for a woman, we are more expressive.
Yes.
We can talk about our feelings. I can get out there and scream and say, this is what my man is doing to me. And the whole society will come, the whole neighborhood. But a man can't get out there and scream that my wife took a knife. And so then even at the national level, how we are handling gender-based violence, it's worrying. For example, a few years ago, we saw a very senior person in the country coming out and saying, as a man, I've been abused.
Yes.
It became a tool of campaign.
It is true.
By his fellow men. He was shamed.
Ridiculed.
Yes. And this is where the laws and policies are made. And the people who are doing that are men. And so that makes now a man, now where do I go to report if my fellow men cannot come and support me? Now look at the case that is going around of a certain girl who was abused. From what we can see in the national media,
Yes, yes.
a girl was abused by a politician. From what they are telling us, and she was pregnant, and again I think she was killed.
Yes, all
and
those things.
You see, now it has become a tool of campaign.
Imagine.
And the question is, because that is a gender-based violence, when it happened, and you people knew, why didn't you talk?
Or do anything about it.
And now you're also talking about it as a winning. Why can't we see the DCI moving and doing something? You see now, there is a lot of gaps when it comes to gender-based violence. However, I'm very sure women can come up and talk about it.
Yes, yes.
But if it was a man, we will all laugh about it, ridicule,
Yes, yes.
shame, and all that.
And all that, yeah, absolutely. And you know what, as we continue, we'd love to hear your thoughts too. Like I mentioned earlier, we have our question of the day. And apart from our panelists tonight, we would love to hear your comments. Let's just take a few messages here. And let's start with the question. There we go. Question of the day today, we're asking you, why are there double standards when it comes to how domestic violence is handled between men and women? There you go. That is the question of the day. Let's look at some comments there. Mr. Muturi is saying, society said protect women and forget to add and hold everyone accountable. Now we are dealing with the imbalance. You're like, where? That is very true. All right, let's look at another one. Okay, this one is, research shows men's brain size is 10% more than ladies, and which is relative to society, including judicial system, perceives or classifies men to be emotionally and intellectually above ladies. That's why a man might be jailed a long period than a woman. Whoever said women are weak vessels, hakudanganya. All right. Keep your comments coming as we continue with our conversation here. How are we handling these domestic cases between men and women? Pastor, so let me ask you, being a pastor and of course being somebody who deals with a lot of relationship issues.
Yes.
What do you normally see in the numbers? Can you say there's an increased number of men who are coming out to say they have been abused domestically compared to, the Kitambo, the way people used to do it?
Men are going through hell. Hell, because now we are talking of this girl who has been so much empowered. Remember, there's this slogan that has been in Kenya for quite a long time, that what a man can do, a woman can also do. And even better, even add it better.
Yes.
And so because of that, the man feels like the space has been taken over, and it's like there's competition now in the house. And especially more this girl who has been empowered and has money. Most of the women are now business entrepreneurs. Most of them, you will find them having the top job, the top class jobs, of career. And so the woman feels so empowered, and having a man probably who never treated her well when she didn't have money. These days now we have online classes, we have evening classes, so women are able to improve themselves very fast. And in Kenya, generally, when you're a woman, you get a job easier than a man. I think it's a world tradition. And because of that, the man is really going through a lot. Because you remember, when a woman is empowered, especially if you came from a family whereby you saw your mother being mistreated by your dad through finances, then you get to with a husband who also does the same to you, and peradventure you get a chance of getting money. That gives you another mindset of feeling like you are superior and you cannot be told. And because this man now wants to take his space, he will use physical strength to make sure that he gets respect and honor from you, and the woman becomes even more wild. Remember, the natural woman is not a woman who can actually submit. No.
Oh, is it?
A natural woman, there's no submissive woman. No. A woman wants to love. A woman doesn't want to submit. In fact, it's easier for a man to submit. That's why the Bible tells a woman to submit, because the woman has such great power that needs to be control and authority. Yeah, we have such an influence that can easily
So that's why
build.
the Bible had to tell us.
Had to tell us to submit because
Okay.
this power has to be under control of an authority of a man. You're getting
Yes,
that?
yes,
So naturally, a woman is a very powerful person because of the way God has wired us, that we are very emotional and also we also reason at the same time.
Okay.
That condition makes us very, very articulating, and we are able to sense issues and matters at a very quick time.
Yes, yes,
Before a man analyzes, and sees what, takes time to analyze and take an action, a woman already knows the outcome of something.
Yes.
And because of the wiring of a woman is a very powerful woman. So when this woman now is bitter from childhood, you remember what Becky has said, that one of the greatest challenge we have is the cultural belief where men believe that a woman can be beaten, or a woman believes I cannot be beaten. Because it is both sides.
Yes.
So when we come out from such an environment, and I get a man who believes that a woman can be beaten, and me, I know I cannot be beaten, then we are going to have friction, the two of us, as a husband and a wife, or even when we are in a relationship. And so where we are coming from has a lot to do. Our childhood, emotional trauma of how we grew up seeing our mothers and our fathers fight in front of us, shout at each other, makes a girl just violent, and the boy also violent.
Yes, yes.
And so this violence you are seeing is actually a reflection of the families we are coming from. Yeah. And that's why we keep saying, and I'll keep telling Kenyans how important therapy is. Because we are coming from traumatized families, broken families.
Yes.
We never saw our mother and our father love each other genuinely. There was a lot of oppression of the woman. So when this girl gets a platform and gets money and gets authority and gets this status, she feels now it is a time for her to revenge. There's a lot of revenge and anger issues now, because I have a place where I can be able to express myself. And so it's unfortunate that the man is really suffering. Even their men, they are beaten when they ask for toa.
Oh, is it?
There's a man who was telling me he has to pay. He has to pay.
Pastor Sue.
I'm telling you, he has to pay. If he doesn't pay, he will not receive it.
Pay?
Yes,
like
pay.
to pay the wife?
And even his given time, 3 minutes, you need to be out.
Hey.
Yeah, men are going through a lot. And who can he say
Can you
that?
imagine that?
And you see, you can't go saying that my wife asks money for toa. You look funny. You
So
get
there's
that.
abuse everywhere.
These are abuse. Men are really going through a lot, and they don't know where to go to. And that's why you are finding some just disappear. Have you ever seen men who just disappear and go and come after 50 years? Those are the things that tells you there was something that was going wrong. Probably, there could be others with mental condition, but most times it is because the violence was too much and he felt, let me go and leave you with the children. So these things are really happening on a very high level.
Okay. Becky, coming to you, how can men, rise above the whole thing about men don't cry, men are supposed to be weak? Like, I'm sure probably there could be men who are going through domestic violence, but you go to the police station, the men are asking you, the other police officer are asking you, hey, mwanaume unachapa. Like, how can men rise above that?
The first thing that I tell men is that they must remember they are human being. By the fact that they are men, they are human being, they have feelings, just like the woman.
Yes.
They have everything a woman have. And they should not feel guilty expressing how their emotions, their feelings, and everything. They should never feel guilty. However, this is a corrective responsibility, because we've seen so many women coming out to fight for the girl child. So it will also, we need to go back and have men who are coming out to empower this man, to support this man. Pastor Sue have said something that it's really happening. When this man goes to report to the for example, this man goes to the police station. The fellow man, a police officer who is there, who is supposed to listen to his own fellow man, is the one who is asking, wewe unachapwaje? Wezi mchapa? So did we solve anything there? So this man cannot. Even when we go, let's say you want to sit and solve these cases, what are you told? You shouldn't talk about abuse. You should tell us. You should actually come and tell us whether you abused that. So the man is very intimidated. And the man must believe in himself first. Because I keep telling men, no one is coming to rescue you. If you don't rescue yourself, whether we, because that's the way culturally things are. So the man must rise up and embrace himself. And the man must work on himself and believe he is a human being with feelings.
Wow.
And a man should normalize speaking out.
Okay.
Now the problem is, even us as mothers, I'm a mother of boys, we are also reminding our boys, why are you crying like a girl?
Oh, yeah. It is still even happening up until
Now.
Yeah.
You are a boy, you shouldn't cry. You see?
Do you tell your kids that?
No, he don't tell.
You don't. At least you don't. Pastor Sue, you have two
No,
sons.
me, and I don't.
You don't say that.
Mine, they are very tough. Mine, you can't tell them that.
No, because when we are seeing how, especially the young
Yeah.
generations
Yes.
are bringing up men who are weak. You know?
Yes.
Men who can't even express themselves. Men who are told, oh, if you can't do this, remember you are a man. So this man grows knowing, I must have an extraordinary grace.
Yes.
I must be very special. I can't cry. Oh, I can't do this because this is for women. I can't. Oh, get out of that kitchen. You know?
Yeah, those things.
You know those stereotypes?
Yes, absolutely.
You should sit there and wait for your sister to cook.
Yes.
So this man grows with knowing, now where is my place?
Yes.
Where is my space? So it has to start with us. To show our young boys that you are also a human being. You can cry.
Yeah.
You can say no. You can say what is, how are you feeling? We must teach our children to, how am I feeling? I mean, I'm feeling discriminated. It's okay. You know, fight for yourself also, because there's no one to come and rescue.
Okay.
And we also need to call out men also. They need now to have that grace for their fellow men. You know, the problem is men are expecting us to be men. We don't know how a man feels.
Yes.
So
What do you
they
mean by that? What do you mean by that? That they're expecting us to be
You
men?
see, a man is expecting, I'm the one to talk to the boy child. I'm the one to mentor the boy child.
Okay, got you.
You see?
Yes.
I do not know. And that's why we stepped in. And so we are mentoring them to be women like us.
Thank you.
You know?
So you're saying men should step up and
Exactly.
mentor the other men
And come up and even create awareness. So as we go create awareness, even to the boy child, even the cultural things, like for example, circumcision. Those are things that men should step in. But now we are seeing women stepping in.
Absolutely.
Because
Single
where
moms.
is this man?
Yes,
This man.
Where is this man? So you see, the woman is occupying the space because where is the man? And I hate, you see, this is not a competition between man and a woman.
Yes.
And that's how sometimes we look at gender-based violence, even the fight, like we are competing who has strength, who have what. It shouldn't be a competition. It's something, it's a conversation where now a man takes responsibility and a woman takes responsibility.
Okay.
Wow.
But the men are taking the back seat. When they take the back seat, like Pastor Sue said, women, we have energy. I can't just watch things
Fall apart. Yes.
Oh, yes.
I will come out.
I will come in.
I'll take my boy, and this is an example, mine are big. I'll take my boy for circumcision.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
Because where is the father? And maybe the father is in that house, but he has taken the back
The
seat.
back seat. Okay.
And so many
Got
men
you.
should come out
Okay.
and fight for their own boy child.
All right.
Oh.
I really like that.
I agree
Pastor
with
Sue, I'll come back to you
Yes.
because I'm sure you have something to say that.
yes.
I'd also like to hear how Pastor Munene does it
Yeah,
in
I
our
would- yeah.
wisdom.
Thank
All right. So you know what? We'll take a short commercial break and then we're coming back. Maybe we can just sample two comments from your end. Let's see that. This is Lucky Akoko. You're saying some people only think the G in GBV stands for girl. Okay. Women should normalize taking responsibility, being accountable for their actions. All right. Lucky Akoko, thanks for that. Moving on. Willie John, you're saying stigma and masculinity expectations. Many cultures teach men, be strong, don't show weakness, handle your problems yourself. Because of this, male victims may feel ashamed or embarrassed to speak up. Society may respond with disbelief like, how can a man be abused? Well, this creates a silence that reinforces that double standard. Okay, thank you very much, Willie John, for your comment. So let's take a break. We're coming back with this very interesting topic. Don't go away. I'm telling you, we've been having a heated discussion here in studio during the break. Together with our camera crew in studio, we're really discussing about this. That's why Pastor Sue was so tickled. Yes. The guys in the studio, they're saying, I talk in a shout here, it is done and I'm done. And I'm done.
My goodness.
Now, coming from you, Najwa, you were saying something about how you used to be very aggressive towards Pastor Munene.
Yeah. It is because of how I grew up seeing. I grew up in a family whereby my dad was final. What he said is what must be obeyed to the dot. And I saw my mom being a very quiet woman who was always a yes woman. And so what happened to me, because I was the firstborn, something entered me, and I knew when I get married, I will be opposite of my mom.
Oh,
you get that?
Like your dad.
And that's why when you come from a family where there is violence, girls of that family tends to be very toxic to men. They tend to be opposite of what they grew up seeing. And boys now also becomes very toxic to their wives because they saw what the father was doing. And that's why families that are toxic, and most of them are very stable families. By the way, it is important for you to know, most of the families that are very toxic are very financially very stable. Money is not everything. Money is not everything, because when you're fighting between you and your wife, the people you affect most are the children. Your mom and you as the mother and the father may reach a level whereby you forgive each other and forget, but the damage you have done to that daughter and son is permanent. And that's why a toxic parent will also produce toxic daughter and son. You're getting that? And so for me, because of coming from an environment where I saw women being beaten, women being removed clothes, women being battered, and a woman was nothing. I said, no, for me, no. I will be opposite. I will be opposite. Hakuna mwanaume mimi atanikalia, mimi ndio nitakalia wanaume. So when I came into marriage, our marriage, the person who was toxic was me.
But not violent.
The person who was toxic was me. But Pastor Munene came from a very calm, organized Christian family. So anytime I would, he would tell me, who are you fighting? You see that? I had no one to exercise that. And that's why it's very important for therapy, because when he realized that something is not right with me, he took me to therapies. And that's why you find me talking about therapy
all the time.
It's because I'm a beneficiary of therapy. If you don't sit down and deal with childhood emotional trauma, you are likely to give the same trauma from your dad. In other words, you're fighting your dad as a girl inside your husband, and your husband is fighting the mother inside you. That's why there's a lot of, gender violence, gender-based violence. You're getting that? A man who is violent, ask them, 90% will tell you they saw the father beating the mother. If you see a girl who has the audacity to burn a man with water, others, they cut themselves. You've heard that. When they get annoyed, they get a knife and they begin to, because they are very bitter with what you have done. Ask them. That thing happened during childhood. So we exhibit the same character of what we saw when we were below 12 years. And that's why a violent family is very good to understand the background of that. And that's what I tell the boys. When you go for a date with a girl, the first thing you ask them, how is your relationship with your dad? Because if my relationship with the dad was not okay, my relationship with you might not be okay. When you are dating a boy, you ask him, how is your relationship with your mom? Because a boy you didn't have a good relationship with the mom will exhibit the same character to you now. That's why I want to disagree with that. The best husbands are mama boys.
Oh, really?
Boys who have a very good relationship with their moms, they are very good, because the way their mother treated them is the way they will treat their wives.
But there's also a toxic bit to
but majority of them,
mama boys,
I'm talking of boys who have a very good relationship. Healthy relationship. I tell you, they are adorable men. They are the best men. And girls who had a very good relationship with their dads, they have a very strong self-esteem, and they know a man is a good man, because they want to treat this husband or the boyfriend the way the father treated them. You see that? So it is manke see, manke do.
All right.
So a toxic woman comes from a toxic background. A toxic man and a violent man comes from a violent family.
All right.
Unless probably when he grew up, their relatives who took him and started mistreating him, and he got that bitterness and anger. So we are a product of our environment.
All right.
Unless intervention of the word of God and therapy.
And therapy. All right.
yes.
Hey, we preach manana of therapy, Pastor
Yes.
Sue. Becky, coming to you, at what point do you just say enough is enough? Whether you're a man, woman, let's even leave the double standards, away. At what point is it enough? And you just say, you know what, I don't want to be shouted out. I don't want to go through this violence, financial abuse, emotional abuse. Yeah, because maybe at the end of the day, that is a solution to some extent.
Unfortunately, it's very complicated. But before I say that, I want to tell Pastor Munene,
Yes.
probably my son will be a very good husband.
Very.
because
Oh, yeah?
Even my sons
we will be-
Or they'll be good husbands?
very good husbands.
Okay.
So before I
You want to put their numbers up on screen, just in case.
And the other thing that I also want to say as I ride on that, and I say red flags, is most people and most couples, especially women, tell me they are staying in a toxic, abusive relationship because of the children.
Yeah, we've had that.
Honesty.
And today I want to demystify that. Because as you stay for the children, what you're doing, you are staying to damage the children. And they will become worse than you thought. Because children see and absorb. When they absorb, they keep it. It comes out now, we're now in the behavioral, in the relationship. And I keep asking, so you don't want to be happy one day. You're not happy in the relationship. Now you start seeing your children having dysfunctional behaviors.
Yeah.
You will not be happy. Then you're transferring that trauma. Then in their marriages, they'll know, when will you last?
Absolutely.
And that is a lie. That we lie to ourselves, that we are in that relationship because of our children. We are in that relationship because of our own selfishness, our own fears. That's why we are in,
Yeah.
but we want to justify and blame. However, having said that, there's so many things that we see. There are many red flags. We'll start with what Pastor Sue have said. Because of where the environment I've grown up, automatically I am going to attract what is inside me. I grew up in chaos, like Pastor Sue. Most cases, you will attract that chaos. So both of you will be toxic.
Yes.
But at least one may not exhibit at the beginning of the marriage, but later on. But because I don't have capacity to look at myself, I will always looking at my partner. My partner is a toxic. But there are many clear red flags. The moment he or she started shouting and you didn't solve that, you didn't talk about it, then you were slapped once, then it went away. Twice, the partner gave an excuse. Thrice, then it has become a norm.
Good.
As we continue, because of fear that is also instilled by the other partner, we again start having fatigue in that relationship. And when the brain goes to a fatigue, you just allow anything. We either become trauma bonded, and now your brain now operates under fear. That now, I don't know where to start. What will people say? So you are, and I can tell you, 90 all, relationships that are toxic, they are not together because of love. They are together because of fear.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
That's true.
It's not that love that is keeping them. It's the fear. Fear of unknown. Because the moment and I'm not here to say people should divorce.
Yes.
People should, embrace going for therapy,
Thank you.
having conversation, and also sitting down and ask yourself, how am I contributing to this? Maybe you are the toxic. Look at Pastor Sue. She understood.
I'm the one who was toxic.
Yeah, you're the...
But how many people do come out clear and say, I am the bad one?
Yes.
The only thing that we are quick to say is to play victim. I am here waiting for my partner to change. Your partner can't change because your partner doesn't know whatever they are doing is wrong. Pastor Sue, and most of us grew seeing that our dad's violence, they're shouting, is normal. So how can you tell me that is wrong?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you are there, Betty, waiting for me to change. It is you who is being hurt, abused, who needs to wake up and say, no, I don't like what is happening. I go either for therapy or I look for other alternative way.
Yes.
But you can't just sit there and play victim. I'm waiting for my partner to change.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't work like that. I'm waiting for the day I'll get money. You see the way we have so many, it's not even love. Wait the day I will get money. I'll not be in this relationship.
Yes.
Wait the day my kids will be big. And that is also a source of gender-based violence because you're staying there with anger, pain, and all that. So anything, I always say, that is a relationship that looks like you are in a battlefield.
Yeah.
Because
Every day.
every day you are in an emotional battlefield.
Yes.
When the police or the law enforcers are in a battlefield, anything small is a threat and an enemy. So those relationships, because you are in a battlefield, anything, even how you chew, even what you say, you are attacking me. So it's not looked from a love perspective. It's from a fighting. So they are always in a fight. You get fatigued. That's why you see, I have no even feelings when I'm killing you. Because I'm at my end. I'm done. Secretly, I have people who tell me secretly, I pray that one day she or he will not come back. You even pray for them to get accident.
Yeah.
They are there. You pray for them. I was told they were in an accident when I was going there. I was hoping they are dead.
They're dead.
And that is your partner.
Yes.
So many people are in the relationship because of fear and not love or other things.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I also wanted to
Ooh,
add
that's
something on what
something
Becky has said. That
powerful.
was powerful. I want to let you know that one of the things that makes women fear to get out is the fear, how do I bring up my children alone? Because women are so much attached to the children.
Yes.
And so our hearts are so much to our daughters and sons. And so women don't want to step out and think, I was brought up without a father. Now I'm going to bring up these children without a father.
Yeah.
Am I repeating the same cycle? Let me tell you, repeat it.
Yeah.
Repeat it. I repeat it. Because let me tell you, the minute you start having children begin to know that there's daddy and mommy are not together, you have destroyed those children forever. And let me say to the families that have money. Families who have money, they think by taking their children for holidays, buying for them the best clothes, taking them to most expensive school, compensates for your toxicity together with your wife. It doesn't. And that's why you find most of these children who come from violent families are the first one to get into drug and substance abuse. Because they have too much stress, they cannot be able to hold. And so when they go to school, they keep causing even riots. You know, you find a child, the father is very rich, the mother is very rich, but she's the one who causes commotion in that school.
Yes.
This child is just exhibiting the violence that she sees at home. Now, this is a place where she can be able to vent out and be herself. And that's why you find most of rich children, they don't end up becoming anything. And they're the people who are taking their mother and their father to the grave early. But the father and the mother have forgotten when they were bringing them up with a lot of money, without love, without care, and without, unity. That is where the children were destroyed. And so money is not all that we need. We also need an environment. Create an environment with your wife and your husband where your children can grow emotionally, complete, spiritually complete, and physically complete. Like for us, we have very great misunderstanding with Pastor Monene, but we don't do it in front of the children. And now we don't do it the way I was doing it, shouting, threatening,
Yes.
No, I was taught by the therapist, how to behave when I get emotionally hurt or when I feel I'm dissatisfied with something. I don't have to bang. I don't have to kick. I don't have to shout. I don't have to break. You see? And those things are learned because we never saw them with our parents. So you have to unlearn and learn them from a therapy. And so when I hear people saying, mimi sasa niende nikaone therapy, kwani yeye ananipatia nini? They don't understand that it is your healing is the healing for your children. Please, parents, even men, don't stay in a relationship if you feel your life is at threat. No, don't. Don't even say that you are staying there because of those children. You have actually destroyed your daughter and your son. And that's why today our children are saying what? The thing they fear most is marriage. Why? They never saw mommy happy, they never saw daddy happy. So why get into this marriage? You're getting that. And that's why you're finding there's a lot of gayism and lesbianism because now girls fear men. Men fear women. So the only way they can do, nature does not allow vacuum. You find out they want to bond within themselves. But this thing started at home. You're getting that?
Yes, absolutely.
And so people have to understand that the environment you bring up your children matters a lot. If the toxicity is much, we are also not talking about divorce. Please separate. Please separate.
Or step
backward.
Okay.
For the sake of the children. Please, you need a peaceful environment. And the person who is easier to go is the man. So if you're the one who is violent, please, man, can you pack your things and go? Leave if you have built. Leave your children and your wife there. Go and take that toxicity to your side chicks. So that now your wife can bring up healthy children, you know?
My goodness.
Yeah, that would be the easiest thing. And so women have to speak out. Men, you have to speak out. Because I know there are men who are very violent also to the women. Even women who are just so good. You mistreat her financially. So this woman comes out, even wengine wanapatiwa waya. Hii waya ya kusugua sufuria. Wamama wanashiriki because I don't want to kill you and go to Langata. Wacha nichukue waya niwe naweka kwa chakula. Uende tu. You're getting that. And even women have gone to an extent of even plotting their husbands because of what she said. You've piled up, piled up. And so you just explode by doing something that is death. But you see, at that particular time, you don't even care the consequences. You don't even remember there is a prison, a jail you can go for this act.
At that moment.
You know, because you are so crowded in your mind such that you have no direction to what you need to do. What are we saying? People have to come out and speak out. And you begin with someone who is very close to you. If you are in a church, look for a pastor. Look for an elder. Look for a deacon. Look for someone, man. Don't die. Because why are you dying in marriage? There's only one person who died for every one of us. That man is called Jesus. Your blood cannot save you. Even your child cannot even save you. And that is a foolish death. We should never die because of another person. You should already read the red flags and run for your life. You get that? Especially someone who keeps on telling you, nitakuua, nitakuua, nitakuua. The third time they will do it. Please run away for your life. And don't think that sasa sina pesa, I don't have money, you know, I'm a housewife. No, you better go and start from zero with your children and have peace. Wacha wakuwe na history ya poverty kuliko history ya trauma. You get that? Better the history of lack rather than history of abundance, and there is no peace, there is no joy, there is no unity in that family. So we are bringing up a community that is so toxic, thinking that we are here because of the children. Children, even when you are not talking, they know mommy and daddy are not talking. They know. Feel that they're able to sense or it's not well. Yeah, so it's a pathetic situation, and it's actually escalating. Because now phones have come, so if I'm not, I just stay on my phone, you know, and cover up. So there's a lot of remorse. There's a lot of enmity between a husband and a wife. And people who are in relationship.
I think tumesikia. Tumesikia. Becky, coming to you as we wind up and as you give your parting shot, how should society handle men who come out, women who come out? You know, you've had, go to the deacons, go to the pastors. How ready should these people be to receive such information, and how should society treat men and women who come out to say that something is wrong? As we wind up.
As we wind up, but there's something she has said that I want to see. The reason why we don't know how to express ourselves, it's because the way we saw our mothers, whether you are a man or a woman, how your mother, you know, handled her emotion. If she was silent, we have these avoidant people. If she was expressive, you know, shouting, screaming, you keep shouting.
And yelling.
If she was the one who reactive, something's more. Like for me, I think I was very reactive. You don't want to, you couldn't do something before. I'm feeling like you are undermining me. I would have shouted at you. And I remember one time, my partner asking me, must you shout? I hear.
That was Sue. Also.
Yeah? Must you shout?
And crying, because I saw my mother loved crying. I don't know why. Even me, I used to cry, and I used to tell people, you know, people are named like me. We cry a lot.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
My husband couldn't do anything because if he'd try to do anything, I cry. You see, now that was my tool. That was my weapon. Anyway, therapy works.
Therapy works.
Wow. Some of us were made by therapy. We were broken.
Yes.
And how we handled things was so chaotic. Like me, I was very bad with banging doors.
Or even me. I was there.
Hey.
Pa, pa, pa. But I was conditioned like that. And so my husband came where the father used to work with airline. So could work night shift. So they were taught how to open doors slowly. How
Yes, yes.
And I remember immediately after our wedding, he asked me, why do you fight with doors? I went to tell my sister, this guy complains about door. My sister told me, that guy I told you is not good. Because what's wrong with fighting? I am closing
A door.
a door. But that's how I knew.
All right. All right.
Anyway,
All right.
I want to
Okay.
say men go through GBV.
Yeah.
And when when men come out, we should stop shaming them.
Wow.
We should know that gender-based violence knows no gender.
Wow.
It cuts across elite, non-elite, male and female.
Yes.
And therefore, we should exercise grace. Just the way we exercise grace to women. And it should be equal.
Okay.
Because gender-based violence, of course, destroys our mental, our physical, our spiritual, our finances.
Okay.
And if we want a healthy country, then we should be ready
All right.
to listen to everyone.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Becky, for that. Please just give us I'm sure the people who are like, I want to get therapy. How can people reach you, Becky?
Oh, yes. You can go to all my social media.
Yes.
Becky Gitao, whether YouTube, TikTok, wherever. And if you don't go to social media, you can find me at Khan University Hospital, either Resambu, Thika Road, or Town Branch. Or you come to my clinic in Renana Road.
Yes, yes.
So when you go to my social media, just you light a message, somebody
Yes.
will answer you.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Her handle, Becky Gitao, on all social media handles, including TikTok.
Yeah.
I really want to
I'm the
thank
queen
Becky.
of
You're the queen of TikTok. I normally see you there. All right, Pastor
I
Sue.
truly want to thank Becky. Thank you so much. Every time I come for this show, you have always added something better, and I become better. I follow you. I learn a lot. I pick a lot of things and practice them. You've really been a mentor to me, and I really want to thank you.
Yeah.
I want to say that Pastor Sue, before I became a pastor, I've been in the medical field for the last 25 years, and we have a medical center at Kasarani, Seasons Stage, where I practice for the last almost 25 years. So if you're there, mine is to the men. I take care of the men, the men who have been so much, having a challenge with their sexual life. Probably you have erectile dysfunction, you have you have premature ejaculation, your penis is small because of masturbation side effects, or you're not able to perform well. Pastor Sue is the person to see, and it's private and confidential. I teach you with such a I treat you with such a compassion, and we are able to rectify those side effects within 4 to 6 months. You are back again to your performance as a man. Please, men, make sure that you have any challenge with your sexuality, see me and I'll handle you very well. If you are there, you are diabetic, you have hypertension, you are doing chemotherapy, radiotherapy, we come in with palliative care and make sure that we boost your immunity so that you can be able to fight the cancer cell and you don't die before your time. So if you have any chronic condition, arthritis, any medical condition, infertility in men, in women, we handle that. My number is 0712 265 746. 0712 265 746. That's my personal number. And when you call, it is me who is going to get that, and we will sort out that. Please, men, don't suffer when there is a solution.
Right.
Nobody should die of diabetes and hypertension and arthritis and all these conditions, and there is a solution. Please, men, you need to do tuatua, because when you're not able to do tuatua, you can bring commotion and violence to your wife. See you, my dear. I love you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Pastor Sue. And of course, Becky Guitar, we really appreciate your contribution.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
sure you're normally very busy. We appreciate you guys. All right. So I don't know if we can get some feedback. Maybe 1 or 2 messages. Let's see that. Pastor Sue. Okay. I think this one we had seen, Willie John. Let's go to the next message. Let's take a look at the next one. All right. So this is Mfame Tiger. Women are favored more than us. Okay. And W. Irungu, you're saying, why is the boy child left behind? All right, well, they talked about, men coming up strongly to mentor young men and other men. Willie John is saying a fair society should treat abuse based on the act and not the harm caused, not the gender of the people involved. Absolutely, Willie John, thank you. All right, another one here says, this is Prince Abel, you're saying, I think like domestic violence or GBV.
Or something.
Something, something like. Okay, in Kenya, it only becomes when a woman is a victim. Or you're saying it only is called domestic violence if it's a woman. All right, we hear you. Moving on, this is another message from Prince. He's saying nothing like domestic violence or GBV in Kenya. Oh, it only becomes it when a woman is the victim. All right, we hear you loud and clear. Moving on. All right, here we have Benson Oleleshan. You're saying this is a whole societal issue. This is why a man is always guilty until he's proven innocent. A woman's forever innocent until she's proven guilty. Know this as a man and tread carefully. Extreme caution. Okay, this is Carlos Calvin. You're saying, like unapigwa aje na mwanamke na wewe ni mwanaume kind of question men fear to answer. And it is only violence when a woman or a lady has been seriously injured. Well, we hear you, Carlos. Thank you very much to all the people who've texted. I know the messages are many, but you know what? This is Say What. So we really appreciate Pastor Sue and Becky Gitao for tonight. That was an amazing show. I hope you've gotten something from it. We're going to say good night for now. We'll see you again next week, God willing. Till then, of course, be kind to one another. And iRevive is coming. Time to put on your dancing shoes. Hakuna kwenda out. Rieng iko kwa nyumba. Katela is coming with iRevive, some reggae vibes, nini. It's gonna be really nice. Stay with us. Don't go away.
Lazima nibembelezwe.
I love adrenaline.
Ai, aki unachomwa.
Shof mingi. Natulia buda tukuoneshe.
Love in the world is something you are not ready for.
Mazee hisho ni noma sana. You can't look for that. Tuambie kutoka nani kwa hisho?
Si wache waone.
Your attention, please.
Good morning, Kenya. This is not just a show. It's your runway to the bold perspectives and deep conversations.
We don't just talk about the issues. We soar above the noise.
From the runway to your living room.
We are bringing the nation's top stories, hot interviews, and a smooth ride into your day.
Oh,
What's up, what's up? Welcome to Sifa Sunday, the ultimate gospel turn-up show.
We kick off from 7 to 8 a.m. with powerful preaching that will star your faith.
The Bible says, arise, shine. It is not arise and shine. No.
From 8 to 9 a.m., we get to enjoy a segment that we all get to love, My Testimony.
He said he had a girl talking inside the door, like, hey!
And from 11 on the a.m., we got you covered. We bring you
My name is Diana Rose Nyawira Mwangi, and I'm here to welcome you to Sifa Sunday Show. Sifa Zitande. Peace.
What are sports all about? Winning? Fighting? Scoring? We say they're about never giving up. The most exciting